Hi everyone, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, Dr. Haider Shah. On behalf of Calwas, I would like to welcome all of you to this webinar. Thank you very much for joining us. Today we have another very interesting topic. I'm really honored to welcome and introduce our distinguished guest speaker who is going to talk about social media in academic realm using LinkedIn to improve research connection, how to use LinkedIn effectively in order to grow your network and research activities. Since we live in the era of new technological advancement and we should take advantage of technology properly. So, how to do it and what do you need to consider? You will get the best answer, the best insights about all these things as we have an expert with us in today's this session. So stay tuned because in amazing stuff are coming ahead in this session. Before we start, I would like to thank Calwas for arranging such enlightenment sessions for their support and providing us such a wonderful platform. The aim of Calwas is to give you the opportunity to connect and interact with world renowned speakers, academic leaders, teachers, authors, researchers, experts, professionals, and businessmen to learn from their experiences, recommendations, and suggestions, which will create an impact and will enable you to learn and develop yourself in order to grow and transform individually, as well as to contribute to the world in a positive way. As our slogan is come, learn, and share knowledge. So today we have an amazing person as guest, a person having a wonderful experience in academia and industry, international known personality. He's a great human being, and we always see him while contributing to the world and field in different ways. So let me introduce him formally. He is an academic and professional in business and tourism management. He has a doctorate degree in management studies, tourism management and development from the University of Exeter Business School in the United Kingdom. He has over 15 years of experience in academic and administrative position in public and private universities. In addition to that, he is the head of the Human Resource Management section at the University of Technology and Applied Sciences, Salalah. Previously, he worked as a lecturer and assistant director of admissions and registration at Dhofar University. Moreover, he has published and presented papers at various prestigious conferences about the strategic planning, destination management, tourism management, labor unions, and social entrepreneurs. Furthermore, he has been a member of several societies, including the Omani Society of Human Resources, Tour Guiding Committee at the Journal Directorate of Heritage and Tourism, Dhofar, the Green Destination Organization, Environment Society of Oman, and New Generation Group at the Anglo-Omani Society. Last but not the least, he is a wonderful speaker, author, teacher, professional, and above everything, a great human being. So please help me in welcoming our guest, Dr. Ali AKAAK. Welcome to the Calwas platform, and thank you very much for joining us, dear Dr. Ali.
Yes. Thank you, Dr. Haider. Thank you so much. And thank you so much for having me today. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while since the last hour time talking on the, we discussed about this one and we had to postpone it last week. And yes, I'm looking forward to it. And I would like to welcome our audience and I hope you will enjoy it's a short session. I will promise you, should not be more than 14 minutes. And our topic today, it's an interesting topic. I believe most of our audience are familiar with the LinkedIn and they have an account on LinkedIn. Some of us that are like active. I'm very active on LinkedIn, to be honest. It's like all the time I check on LinkedIn. If you check my account, you find me online. Some of the people, they might have an account, but you know how to use it. Some people might, maybe they are low in activation. They thought some people, they think that LinkedIn is just another platform, but it's more than that. Some people still not understand the meaning of have an account on LinkedIn. Just in short, LinkedIn, one of the best point of view, and I have found it one of the best platforms for professionals. All of us, we have, I think most of us, if not all of us, have an account on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all this. This all platforms is more for social. For example, Facebook is more for social, for meeting your friends. Twitter it is more social, but your Twitter have only the functions, or the Twitter only you have to write a few sentences about yourself, or when you tweet, we call it tweet. Instagram is more, I find it is like more for people marketing themselves, promote themselves, saying something about themselves. But LinkedIn is something different. It's for professionals, and that's how it's made and how it's been built to be for professionals. I have started using LinkedIn. I remember the first time when I was had an account on LinkedIn. It was back 2011. That time I was having a course in Netherlands, in the Kingdom of Netherlands, and at the Master School of Business, School of Management, and they taught us about how to use some platforms for professionals. So that came to my mind. Oh, that is nice. Then I had an account, but I didn't use it until 2016, 17, when I did my PhD. Then I found most of my professors and my could they have a LinkedIn account. I said, well, wait 1 minute. I have an account. Then I'm very close to finish my PhD. I have connections. I remember when I started at the beginning, I have only few people as a connections. I think no more than 10. Then I built on that one, and thank God I have more than 6 and have learned a lot. I have met wonderful people, for example, Dr. Haider, because of LinkedIn we met, and I'm giving today your session because of that. And also have met wonderful people around the world. Next month, and also I have registered in many association, I have many webinars for free. I'm in the process of doing research with the people around United States, UK, Australia. Fantastic. I can say a lot about LinkedIn. So I think we stopped here and we go to the slides what we have.
Yeah, thank you very much. And what a wonderful
Haider.
start you have given to this wonderful session. And we are looking forward for a wonderful session with you. So over to you, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Haider. And from the title, you can say that social media and academia in academic realm, using LinkedIn improve your research connection. So this is how, I'm not saying things in deep, I'm just giving you how we can use LinkedIn as researchers. Some of us are academia, and we need to use different platforms, different connections to approach as many as we can, researchers, people, professionals, and also institutions, organizations. So this is actually we have to do as researchers. So this is me, Dr. Ali AKAAK. I'm from Oman. I believe most of you know where is Oman. And I'm the head of human resource section, human resource management specialization. And also, as Dr. Haider introduced me a few minutes ago, so I don't need to go say much about myself. I will move to the second slide. It's not okay. Here we go. Sorry about the slow because of the connections. So welcome to LinkedIn. And as I before, most of you know what is LinkedIn. And let's start something about the LinkedIn. Just a few tips or kind of snapshots. What exactly LinkedIn? LinkedIn is the largest business-oriented networking website geared specifically towards professionals. Facebook for friends. Facebook for social. Facebook for meeting friends, families, buying things. But here, it's more. This is how I say it. It's built for professionals. LinkedIn leads diversified business with the revenues from memberships, subscriptions, advertising sales, and recruitment selections. Besides, it's a free account. You can also post things. Also, you can promote yourself. For example, you are an expert in area. You are a researcher. This is a good LinkedIn, or is a good platform. This is a good place when you want to show the world what exactly who you are and what you can do. People, when they look at you, now I remember that now I stopped using business cards. I stopped using business card. And now when I asked meeting friends, I said, "Do you have an account on LinkedIn?" They said, "Yes." I said, "Okay, let's LinkedIn." So then through the LinkedIn, people can look at you. They can search even jobs. I have applied most of the ministries. They have an account on LinkedIn. Our university. There are many users of LinkedIn. More than 150 millions. There are more than 800. It's almost 1 billion. I can say 1 billion, but 1 million less a little bit. Members in more than 200 countries, entries around worldwide. They have an account on LinkedIn. If people don't have a LinkedIn, they are not professionals. I can't believe that. Some people, they say, I don't have an account on LinkedIn. I said, what? You should have a LinkedIn. They said, yeah, I stopped using it because they don't know how to use LinkedIn. So what's the vision of the LinkedIn? Is to create opportunity for every member of the global workforce. Then we have the mission. This is from the LinkedIn company. It's to connect the world professionals. Remember, so we are focused on the word professionals. They don't say socials, friends, etc. You will find all the people on LinkedIn. They are, when they post something about their work, about their jobs, about their research, about their projects. You will see very rare when you find something about himself, about his family. You will not find that category. That only be found on Facebook, on Instagram. But professionals, when they use LinkedIn, use it to talk about themselves, about their jobs, their promotion. So I remember that many people receiving many notifications that people being hired, people being selected to be for award. Some people they have been promoted. All this. So they talk high level. So. And the missions, as I said, for this LinkedIn is to connect the world professionals to make them more productive and successful. And who was the founder of LinkedIn? LinkedIn began as the co-founder, Reid Hoffman's living room. So like many founders, like, we have Microsoft, who started in a small room at the university. Then we have the Amazon, the founder started in garage. I think most all the big founders, big company, they start in a small area in their houses, either in the garage, in their bedroom, or it can be in the living room. So for Reid Hoffman, he's starting about LinkedIn in 2002 in his living room, and we officially launched on May 2003. The current CEO, he's Ryan Rozelinski. And in December 2016, Microsoft completed this acquisition of LinkedIn. Now has become part of Microsoft. And like many companies, they're trying to have others companies. So LinkedIn has become part of the Microsoft. What is LinkedIn for? As you can see from the screen, there are many advantages of LinkedIn. There are many benefits we can get from LinkedIn. Networking, build your professional network by connecting with industry connects, increase exposure, using LinkedIn to announce new products, services, share blogs, and post about more. That's we can find on LinkedIn. Lead generation. It's the prospect for new business with the highly trained searches. Relationship buildings. I say I met a wonderful guy. His name Dr. Haider Shah on LinkedIn, and that's where we are now. We have a good relationship, and now we are looking to have more than that. So we are going to discuss before we start the session. We talk about more collaboration. Now we're going to add our universities together. So this is how come all things start from where? From LinkedIn. Credibility showcases your brand and professional environment. All the people when they on the LinkedIn, they show who all they are, and all of them they try to promote and show how they are professionals. Credibility is very important. What you say on your LinkedIn, that is you. When you write your CV, you have your CV on a papers, but LinkedIn you have it electronically. So when someone wants to check on you, they will check you on LinkedIn. I have seen many people want to about them before I meet them. I check their accounts to see what exactly they are doing. So are they have qualification, what they are master, PhD, whatever, from which university, and also the experience, and also their research interest. So that's what save a lot of your time. Instead, contact someone and find out this is the shortage, or there's a shortcut. That can be but there's a shortcut to know about someone before you meet him in. Comments on industrial news and share and recruitment as well. LinkedIn has an amazing one of the functions that you can post, and also you can look for a job. So in all the industries. So now all the all the industry companies or organization, they post ever need to recruit or they post their vacancies, they do it on LinkedIn. If you have an account, you can check. You will see there's a small icon like a bag, suitcase. When you click on it, you will see all the jobs that you can, if you already assigned what kind of jobs you're looking for. Then, like I said, competition. Keep an eye on what you're. Of course, you have to learn from the others. I have keep changing my profile. I have learned from others what exactly they are looking for, what exactly they're promoting, what exactly people they're looking for. Some companies they're looking for particular people. They said we want people have good a good in that particular program. They have a good experience in that. So that will give you a hint. Wow, what exactly I have to look for? Most of them start have a basic skills, but on LinkedIn, when people starting, especially CEOs or companies, big companies, they mention what kind of people you want to meet, what kind of you want to hire, what kind of people you want to connect with. So that's a kind of competition that you want to be professional, so you have to compete with others. You cannot just stay. And also, but the most important thing on LinkedIn, you have to keep posting. You have to keep updating your information. Anything has happened to you within a few days or the month, you have to post it. You have to mention, because then people will look at you next time when someone is interested in you. Definitely, he will look on your profile. What are the benefits? I think I have covered most of it, but it's good to go back and check what are the benefits. So benefits of LinkedIn are almost endless and with no downside to having LinkedIn profile. Gain exposure to hiring managers and recruiters. For example, 93% of recruiters use LinkedIn to research and recruit candidates. And that's what I said from the beginning. Now LinkedIn has become, it's for professionals. And the organization and all the organization, government and the private, they use LinkedIn. Even they post their vacancies on LinkedIn and looking for the best candidate. LinkedIn makes you visible to key decision makers and recruiters. I have already connected with the CEOs, some of the ministers. Even I'm still small for them, but interested in me because I have, alhamdulillah, thank God, I have a good profile. I'm still working on it, but I can say it's good to show what exactly who am I, and demonstrate your knowledge. It's used to just knowledge, credibility, and leadership expertise. Build trust with employers. Use LinkedIn as a research tool. This is our focus here, to use it because, as I said in the beginning, LinkedIn can help you to connect with researchers, can help you with organizations, with universities, with many connections. This is a good gate to meet the others. Now we have internet, we have computers, we are connected to everywhere. So we need a platform that we, or a hub that we can meet others. People share with us the same interest. Most of the people I'm meeting them on LinkedIn, either they are tourism specialization or they are in business and maybe in the other. And I can tell that I have started looking at other specializations, something from IT. I'm now interested in that's called Python programming. I don't know what exactly, but I have started because many people are talking about it. There are many. So it's not just to be focused in one area, but they will help you to explore and to help to meet others and to know more, to know what exactly going on the other side of the world. I'm from Oman. What I have in Oman is not enough. I have to check what exactly going on in the GCC countries, what is going on in Europe, what's going on in the Middle East, what's going on over Australia or United States. So I have found LinkedIn have shortened or has helped me to meet people and know exactly what's going on the other side. So LinkedIn is a research tool. LinkedIn has a board. You can join, gain social proof for your skills and talent. There's just many sections when your profile, you can add what kind of skills you have. So for example, I speak English. My mother tongue is the Arabic. Now I'm starting learning Spanish because I found Spanish is another language. I should learn it because some they require to apply or to join, and their session you should know either different language than English, either is an English and Arabic, so I should know another language. What I found on, and also LinkedIn has a great job board, as I said before. You can get social for your skills and talents. For companies, you can also them. You can know about other companies. You can through the following. Just click following, and everything happen. Those things, everything posted through those companies will come up direct to you as a notification. Join LinkedIn groups. There are many groups. There are many researchers. There have been people. There is, for example, a group focused on how to save the environment. There is how to sustainability. There is about tourism. There's a group about travel. You join professionals. You can discuss with them. Sometimes it is for free. Webinars. There are for last 3 years during the LinkedIn attending like every day. There is a two at least two for free, and some of them sometimes free conferences. And you're sitting home having your coffee or tea, and you're joining. And will not cost you anything. Most of them they are free. If they cost you, they may have just a small fee. See everything. How do you know about these things? LinkedIn. And last but not the least, is totally free. Unless you have something superior, you have something professional, that will be another. You have to additional fees. But you start with an account, it's free. How to use LinkedIn as a researcher? Many of our research clients use LinkedIn and have experienced interest in improving their profiles. LinkedIn enables research to share and highlight their or your research, as well as to comment on people's work. I have, as I said, I have met many professors around the world, and most of the time they share their research papers. They say, I'm doing research on this one. I'm looking for someone to join my team. I'm looking for someone to as a co-author. There must be there's something's going on, researchers, someone, or there are a group of people, or there are a group of researchers, or there are a group of someone is looking for collaboration with someone. So here you can connect these people or connect that person when there is interest. How to optimize your LinkedIn profile as an academic. So think of your LinkedIn. So these are a kind of advice. Think of your LinkedIn profile as a dynamic CV. I have seen many. Sorry, I'm not seeing many, but I've seen quite few number of connections or close friends. They don't have a complete profile, almost empty. They just put their names. That's not enough. That will not help you a lot. That's not help you to connect people. What I found out. People to connect you, to agree, or to approve, to accept your connection, they look for first at your look at your profile and find out about you. Are you someone they are interested in to connect or not? I can say, thank God, more than 95% who are connected, connection, they accepted it. Only people, those like very superior, or they might have kind of doubts, or still they want maybe, but I said those already have connected. Send them request. Some of the diplomatic because I have a good bro. They can say I have something. I said, and in which you can show skills, expertise, and experience. Since the platform is less personal than Facebook, and it's on the way you share information is your profile. A professional LinkedIn profile allows you online professional post what you connect. You have to keep. You have sometimes you have to make the comment. You have to write a comment. Someone sends something. For example, Dr. Haider, he wrote something. I should comment on that one, either to agree or disagree. It's fine because it's healthy. I agree. I found it. Sometimes people write something and you find, oh, that's interesting. And sometimes people posting something like research or a profile or project, you might find it useful for you. So that's really amazing. So professionally writing a LinkedIn profile allows you to create an online professional brand, which will help to opportunities and networks. So this is very important. You have to focus on your profile. If you have an empty profile, no one will look at you. No one will be interested in to connect you, because they might find, maybe they think, oh, that's a fake account, maybe a scammer. Maybe this one is not interested. But if you see your face, your picture, you know about what is your background, your experience and skills, all this, you have a complete profile. This one definitely will be interested. Even I received, sometimes people want to connect me. Create. They ask to be connections. Some people, they want to follow me on this. So I was surprised. That's why they are interested to meet me. That's amazing. And the tips for use LinkedIn in promoting your research, I would like to focus on these things. So build a post profile. Look for look of the profile. Constantly connect. So I have to update. You cannot write something 2 3 years ago. No, you have to keep updating and show case pages, posting new content, joining professional groups, publish your ideas and become a thought leader. Use LinkedIn for a market research. All this. So this is how make your profile and how useful of LinkedIn. For those who haven't used LinkedIn before, or they think what LinkedIn, it's very easy. You can go to Google it, write LinkedIn, then you will see here LinkedIn login sign. Then will open a window. But remember, when you do a LinkedIn, please use your official email. Don't use a fake one. Don't use someone for Facebook or this one, because you're dealing with professionals. So please use a professional email that you want to check, because sometimes people they don't connect you on they will not connect on like LinkedIn. Sometimes they send something on your email. They will send you something. So you have to use a professional and an official email. So then you will join it. Then remember, you write your email, password, then you will join it. Then you have this profile in the beginning. Then you start. This is your profile page. Then you can see the icons, home, my network. When you write, for example, your institution, I work at the University of Applied Technology and Applied Science in Salalah. Or we have actually, my university has 6 branches. It's a government university. And one of the branches in Salalah city, where I live right now, where I work. There are 5 other branches, one in Muscat, there's one in the capital, there's another governance. So that's where you say University of Technology and Applied Sciences. Salalah means one area. The other 5 branches. They all come under the University of Technology and Applied Sciences. So here again, so we have my network. When you click on it, you will see all the people. They have, for example, those are like your colleagues. Those have an account. Then you can check on them. Then you can connect with them direct. Your friends, people from your same university. If you have graduated from a PhD in one of the university, you'll see most of the people from university, your professors, your supervisor, your friends, your colleagues. And also sometimes you see your students. If you are, for example, if you are teaching and sometimes your students, you have that profile. Jobs, as I said, you see the small suitcase or a bag. Jobs, those who are looking for a job, this is a good opportunity. You just click on it, then you can decide what kind of job you want. And also there's a job alert, as is the skills showing right now, skills, salaries, all this. Then it will help you if you want just in Oman or abroad. If you're looking for Oman, all the companies, those are posting their vacancies, it will come up on your screen, or it will show some notifications. Messaging, like all the platforms like Facebook, Instagram, this one, also they have a messaging screen that you can message the connections or anyone interested to connect. Notifications will give you just anything. For example, someone posting something, someone send you something, you will receive a posting. Me, which exactly that's your profile. From there you can update your information. Work, of course, sometimes the LinkedIn or university, for example, in my university, when I did my PhD, they have an access on LinkedIn that you can attend courses for free. It's called Learning. LinkedIn Learning. There are many courses, like I don't know, hundreds of them already paid by my university. So I said, well, that's great. So I have already turned like 20 of them. Some of them relate to my research. Sometimes some of them relate to my my area. Some of them I found that are basic, but it depends. Then look at this one. This is a really nice profile. One of the guys, he sent this one. Or look at this with the background. Look at his picture. His name is clear. What exactly he's doing. All this information. This is really important. When you want to look out for someone, exactly, you go to his profile. So very important to have a profile and a completed profile. Of course, you keep updating, changing all this. Also, LinkedIn has another. This is another function that you can on your phone, not necessarily on your computer. Also, I have the LinkedIn on both. I have 2 phones, and both of them they have LinkedIn application. I can check anytime, so there is no time to waste. Also, I have on my laptops. So also, it's supporting to have a LinkedIn on your mobile. have a look at your profile, please. This is very important. When you have a LinkedIn profile and have you use it for ages, I don't say ages, for example, for a month or for years, or you don't have an account, you should start right now. If you have a LinkedIn profile, please go back and check your profile, check on it, and find out what are the missing sections, what are the information should be updated. I remember one of my colleagues, he he has an account, but he haven't used it since he has a bachelor degree. Now he has PhD holder. He said, I don't have any connection. I said, of course, because your only things you post is your bachelor degree. You should set all your qualifications, your from where you got your bachelor, from you got your master, PhD, what's your research title, what your interest. That's exactly people want to look at you. Imagine your profile is your CV. This is show the world who you are. So then next day he came and thanked me. He said, wow, this is amazing. The time that I just, updated my information, updated my profile, I have received no less than 30 people started connecting me, and some people want to be, kind of, interested in my profile. I said, see, this is, you have to use LinkedIn. And I gave this session, I gave it last month. I gave it to our professional, my colleagues in the university, and some of them, they said we don't use LinkedIn. Some of them haven't heard of LinkedIn, and after the workshop, they start having the LinkedIn profile, and now start connecting. So have a look at your profile if you have it. Does it display your values? You have to tell. Have you conveyed your purpose? Did this suggestion help you to optimize your LinkedIn profile as a researcher? And as I promised you at the beginning, we should make it short. These are what I have for LinkedIn. And if I start talking about LinkedIn, we will not finish, because LinkedIn cannot be given in a short time, and as it has many functions. But I thought you make it shorter and leave the rest to you, our audience. Then you start exploring. No need to tell you more about LinkedIn. That's what I want just to share with you. And I wish you all the best. And thank you so much.
Yeah. Wow, Dr. Ali, the way you explained, the way you started it was so nice, so great. You introduced the importance of the LinkedIn, and the 8 points you have mentioned at the first of the your slides were so nice, so great, and you give a lot of wonderful analogies as well to explain it, how it builds the relationship in terms of competition, in terms of credibility. So wonderful points. And then you came towards the benefits of the LinkedIn, and once you explain all these things, then you practically showed us that how can we even create the account, and what are the different things needs to be considered, for example the job, the messaging, and how can we learn it. And your powerful message of convincing our audience to have the LinkedIn, just not for their profile, just to make new network and to get the maximum advantage out of it while expanding their network by learning. And very nice analogies and examples you have given your own colleagues, that they did not have the LinkedIn account and they did not updated it, so their network was not growing. So I think it was a wonderful orientation session, and it was already highlighted that it is the orientation session for the people who do not use the LinkedIn account, and those who do not know the importance of the LinkedIn. So you explain very well to them, and you convince them a lot. And now I'm just thinking that thank God I have the LinkedIn account, because otherwise I would have considered that I'm very much left behind. And really wonderful
Yes.
explanation you have given. Thank you very much for such a wonderful and powerful explanation you have given regarding these things. So if you allow, should we start with the first question, please?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Yeah. So the first question they want to ask that, dear Dr. Ali, thank you very much for your nice session. Please, how do you see the development of social media portals which will affect the educational processes, particularly in universities? So please share your thoughts in that. Yes, please.
Yes, thank you so much. And I think social media has become part of our life. If you don't have a social media account, you are, as we say, being left behind. You're not following what's going on. The world has changed, and you have to change as well. And social media, as I said, it comes in different, it comes in different platforms. Come in those, for example, more socially like a Facebook, and more professional like LinkedIn. And you have to choose which one. I think for youngers, they prefer Facebook, Instagram. For those people, like, I won't say older, but I say I mean professionals, they look for particular platforms. This is important. I think this is something important when you come to the education. It's come part of it. And for example, as I said, this is a part of the research in education. You need to spread out. You need to share with others. Sometimes things cannot be found in school. Sometimes cannot be. The social media, I can say it's a double sword. It was a double-edged sword. I mean, you should not use it wisely, otherwise it will affect you. Second thing, that in education, I remember we used that one, the platform, for example, during the pandemic. So now we all the universities now turn to use Microsoft Teams, Google Meet. Sometimes they post things on LinkedIn. Sometimes they post things on this one to keep people updated. And there are many, I can say there's many platforms that in education already been used. For example, in our university, we use Microsoft Teams. I think all the universities around the world using Microsoft Teams or Zoom, but usually they use Microsoft Teams because it has many functions. Zoom have been used also in research by researchers, and in conferences they prefer to use Zoom. And I conducted last year. I couldn't catch up with my students because I was traveling and the time difference. So I did a couple of my classes. I did it online through the social media. So I already I think 4 or 5 sessions were connected on social media, and they enjoyed
Wow.
it. I think it's become part of it. It's you cannot exclude it. The problem is some people look at social media as a bad thing, because they look at it from Facebook or Instagram, and it's ruining our kids. But no, that is why I said it's a double-edged sword. We have to use it wisely, otherwise it will ruin our life.
Yes, thank you very much, and such a nice answer you have given. And again, once again, you have given a wonderful analogy. It's the double-edged sword, right? It's up to you how do we use it. If we use it in a positive way, definitely it contributes to the better outcome. But if we use it in a negative term, so again, it will come up with the negative consequences. But again, the technology and the social media, different platforms are there, but it's entirely up to us that how we are going to use it. Thank you. And now, Dr. Ali, we have a question for you, and that question is being asked by the faculty member. The faculty, they want to ask that, Dr. Ali, how do you see the role of the social media and the digital skills for teachers, particularly post COVID-19? As you mentioned by yourself as well, that you took the classes through social media account, the same. So now the teacher's responsibility and roles have also been shifted towards digital skills, to adapt the digital skills. And don't you think now the teachers will not be able to survive without having the digital skills and to handle the media and social media? Yes, please.
Yes, of course. Digital, the world has changed, and now we're in the era of the fourth, the revolution. That's the revolution of fourth. And if you don't have, for example, if you have a PhD, I mean, you don't have a computer skills, you cannot be hired, you cannot be recruited. We have, I remember 10 years ago, when we start 10 or 15 years ago, when we start hiring people, faculty members for our university. That time I was at Dhofar University. I remember the first things you look at is your language skills and your computer skills. Before you look at your CV, if you have a PhD from wherever it is, but you don't have the basic skills, you cannot communicate. You cannot this one. So the world, as I said, has changed, and that's why I'm telling my students, degree is good, but you need skills. And one of the most important for example, I'm talking for the faculty, they have to cope what's going on in the world. You have to cope with your students. They are now, we have a generation Alpha, I think. It was Z, now it's Alpha, the new generation, 2020. And they are, everything is online, everything electronically, everything digitalized. And if we cannot cope with that, we will not survive. And for faculty, they must have that skills. They must try to update themselves. They must, learn this. If it doesn't matter if you are graduated from, one of the prestigious universities and you wrote, hundreds of articles, but if you cannot communicate with your students with the basic skills, for example, how to use, for example, I remember one of the faculty, he was one of the using old method. He never used an email. We even he has, he's a professor. I said, why not use it? He said, I know how to use it. I said, why don't you use it? He said, I don't want to. I said, well, you cannot. You must use it, because all the university, when we communicate not by phone or written, letter, no more. Everything through emails. And second thing, you must communicate with your students through, using, the platforms. You cannot sometimes use all the time the classes. Sometimes you have to shift. So all the faculty members around the world, I remember there's one guy, he's almost 60, and he was insisting to learn how to use the platform and have an account and ease it. And it took only 2 weeks for him to understand the whole things. Now 90% of his session online. So, and his students are happy. They can communicate with them anytime. He send them an email. So let's meet now. Let's meet in the evening. Let's meet in the morning. He tried now to be hybrid his classes. So, also, remember now the digital world, and I remember now in my university now they started something called digital marketing as a specialization, and how to people to a market, and also to mingle digital as a part of their work. And remember, one of the action plan points, it's to how we are familiar about the to be digitalized, everything to be electronically. So something like that. So I don't know if you answered that question or not.
Yeah, very nice. Once again, you have elaborated very nicely. And I believe that's the great part, that you are not only explaining the answer, but you correlate it to other things as well, so that you can make it very simple to understand it. Thank you. Now, another question is from the PhD student, and he posted a comment as well that what a nice session you have given. And he's saying that, Dr. Ali, I'm conducting research on engagement with social media. So the role of the social media engagement when conducting the research and carrying out the academic activities. So he said that as I came across many research work that how the LinkedIn is being used for data collection method and to build the network as well. So that draw my attention towards the thought that how the engagement with social media actually distract or be more productive. So I'm conducting research at PhD level on social media in terms of engagement. So how do you see, does it the distraction, or is it the productive? I believe that you have answered it very well in the first question regarding the double-edged sword, but still this PhD student asked this question multiple times, so that's why I'm asking you, so that you can answer it by yourself. Yes, please.
Yes, I'll make it in short. For a PhD, I understand is now I was a PhD student until just 2 years ago. Then I just graduated with a PhD. So you can say I'm still a fresh graduate with a PhD. I used the PhD. I used the social media for my research. To be honest, when I did my PhD, data collection, and the relation, the people I'm talking to were local community members in Oman and visitors. It was hard for me to contact everyone. So what I did the survey in 3 languages. I had 2 surveys. One is for local community, another survey for visitors. The local community, I have it in Arabic and English language. The visitor one, I did it in Arabic, English, and German. language. Then someone said, why German language? They said, because most of the visitors to Oman come from Germany. So that's I did it in German language. So it was hard to communicate with to contact all these people. So the only the only method, or the only way that I use only through social media, I use snowballing. I have many friends, cousins, relatives. I did just a link. Now you have a link, then you spread it. It's not snowballing. So I remember within the first 1 hour, I had more than 100 responses, because it was like, you have friends who have friends, the friends and friends with this one. And I had a good number from social media and across Oman. I have from all the government, almost all the government. I have around 1,000 respondents with just 1 month, because a little longer, and I exclude some of them. For visitors, that was a challenge for visitors, because they cannot meet them in spot, and you cannot meet them. So what I did, I start chasing them on Facebook, Instagram, on LinkedIn. Those then I even wrote a letter. Those who have been to Oman or who have visited Oman, please answer this one if you are a visitor. And there are quite good number, to be honest. And there is a groups. So engagement also is very important. And look at this one. I'll answer the question to the student, to the PhD researcher. So look at this one. We are not talking about LinkedIn, how you use LinkedIn to communicate and to connect with the others, people around. Because it's become of us. If you don't, now everybody asks you, do you have an account on Facebook? No. Do you have an account on LinkedIn? No. You have, so why you exist? Why you're here? You're not a part of this world. So yes, again, social media is important, but at the same times we have to be careful.
Yes, very nice. Once again, thank you. Because this is the way we use the social media. And now the last question, since we have the time constraint, Dr. Ali, they want to ask that, dear Prof, please share your thoughts. Do you think new version of mobiles with many apps and social media facilities on mobiles have any impact on our research and publication as well? Because you referred as LinkedIn for building the network and collaboration. But how do you see the new version of mobiles with many apps? Do you think the research apps will be there to facilitate towards the collaboration as well? Yes, please.
I think they are now common. The world, such the I think many apps, and those are linked to the companies, and each company is trying to promote themselves, trying to facilitate or try to market themselves. On LinkedIn, I have received many messages from some offices, some companies. They offering their services as researchers. Send us, we'll send you, we'll help you to write your research, we'll help you to write your PhD, we'll have all this thing. Definitely, one day they will come with an app. You can they do everything for you. Oh, there is an app. You do all the research for you. Just clicks, or you just pay the money. And sometimes, because the target here, how we can make our life easier. That is how the company is doing it. That's why so many organizations they are targeting as the clients, and you have to also smart which apps you think that's more convenient, and those apps do you think they're like they are have credibility. Those apps do you think, because I remember when I bought my phone, I have many apps, then I deleted most of them because I found them useless. For me, I'm talking about myself. So I'm only focused on the apps you think more related to my work, more related to my research. Those I can use them to help me to do my research, not to do research for me, or not those we make it. I need something to as a tools. We have to look at the apps as a tools, not a thing that will, will do the things for us. So we have to find out. I think there are many apps. I can't remember all of them, but I think like every day there is an application. There are many, for example, WhatsApp. WhatsApp, everyone is using it, have an account. But I think one of the two apps similar to WhatsApp. But people still stick with WhatsApp because it's well known globally, Others maybe they are known, but they're not still. It's hard for them to compete with WhatsApp. I believe other apps the same thing. We have to sometimes be smart. Sometimes we have to know exactly is that apps is safe. That apps will provide with us a good information or the data. Is it things that we can rely on for our research or not? So we have to be careful.
Yes, really, Dr. Ali, I enjoyed this session with you, and what nice answers you have given to the different participants. And I'm sure they will be taking a lot of advantages of this session, because you have shared multiple important things about LinkedIn, and you, as you have mentioned, that you are using since 2011, so it means more than a decade you are using it, so you are an expert of this, and that's why you are conducting seminars and workshops on why one should learn the LinkedIn and why they should be there. And very nicely you have mentioned that how LinkedIn is different from the Facebook and other social media account, because it is more professional, and the recruiter and the other researchers, the professionals are there, and they want to talk in terms of profession. So really I enjoyed this session, and we learned so many new things, and I'm sure that people who watched it and the people who will be watching in future, they will learn a lot from this session. So thank you for your wonderful session. And the last, we ask our each guest regarding their message to the world. So, Dr. Ali, what is your message to the world as a speaker, author, teacher, researcher, trainer, learner, professional, and educator? Yes, please.
Well, there's a lot to say, but I'll make it short. As researchers, as academia, please focus on your research. Make your research authentic. Make your research something. One day we're gonna leave this world, so you have the only thing, our work will stay. So when you work on something professional, make it that high quality. So that is only my word to my friends, and this is I have to, like, when I do something, make it with a good quality, things make it professional. So everybody will
Wow.
remember you.
Superb message you have given to the world, that please carry out research professionally and do it with the quality work, so that if you leave the world tomorrow, your research could guide the people and could be the eye opener for the upcoming researchers. So it means giving back to the society, and which is we call as the contribution back to the society. So really,
Exactly.
thank you very much, Dr. Ali. And please do follow our distinguished guest speaker through his research work, and you can email him for future learning and guidance. He is very generous and always ready to help the people. Moreover, powerful explanation and wonderful content which the great speaker has already elaborated will help you to learn and develop your understanding regarding the LinkedIn. So take advantage of all the information, important tips and suggestions shared by next one. So that's all we have time for today. Thank you once again, Dr. Ali. And I would like to thank our audience who joined us. Thank you all for
It's
your
my pleasure.
support and liking the session. Yeah. Stay tuned as many sessions are on the way. Please do not miss any session. Until next session, take care of yourself. Bye bye.